Good morning and Happy New Year and welcome to TC101. This is a course, Fundamentals of Programming, which is TC1014, which is for mainly computing focus careers or degrees, and TC1017, which is the computing course for the other engineers. I'm using WordPress for our course, and I'm going to put everything in the same place. Your content is quite similar in the courses. The way we're delivering the course is quite similar, and I think there's a lot of advantages for cross-pollination and for you to see what the other groups are doing in their courses. I actually have one group of the fundamentals course, which is Python TC1014, and I have two groups of the C++, which is TC1017. So basically, if you go to Blackboard, you'll notice that there's nothing there really. There's a link to this course. So this is the course where you really should be. It's TC101 Winter 2016. If you're clever and you go back and look at other semesters, you can find all the work from previous semesters. Everything I do is in the open, at least over the last year and a half. And you can find my content for my courses, including the content from the students from last semester. Just a second here. I'm just going to go grab a coffee. Actually, this is an excellent mug to show you. So if you look at this mug, what this says is, I'll do it in Spanish because it's in Spanish, it's Pablo Freire. Enseñar no es transferir conocimientos, sino crear las posibilidades para su producción o su construcción. So what this really means, while I pour my coffee, is that it's not my job or my task to fill you with information. I can't teach you. I'm not a teacher. I'm a facilitator of learning experiences. So what we're going to do in this course is make sure that you learn. Simple as that. So there's a few other things I want to show you. If you go to the main page here, there's navigation layout. There's some navigation on the right here, but that'll probably change. In fact, everything always changes in these courses. What's really important is you'll be delivering content into this page. I deliver the main outline, what's going on, but you're going to show your work on your own blog. So you'll need to create your own blog. You need to create a GitHub account, some other stuff. I recommend we use Twitter for communication in the open, although we might use a Facebook group, but I will make that a public Facebook group. If you have communication with me that needs to be private, email works, direct message via Twitter works, direct message or whatever you call it, and Facebook works. I tend to use Twitter much more than Facebook, so that's the right place to catch me. Let's see what else. So this is week 1. I'll actually put a video in here that I'm recording right now, and I'll embed that here. Page 1, probably the most important thing you should look at is TC1014, TC1017 are there, almost exactly the same. It's our page 1, which all of your courses must provide in the first day of classes. It talks about the outline of the course, the official book for the course. There's an interactive version for the Python people. How I'm going to evaluate. So I'm going to abolish grading. I'm not going to grade you specifically. What I want is for you to learn, show me your learning. I'm going to give you some guidance, tell you what you need to learn, what I expect you to learn. I'm not going to tell you exactly how to learn it. I'm going to set you loose on a lot of this stuff. There's a project in the course specifically for 1017. You have to have a project. We'll talk about that more as we go into details. The real trick is, how are we going to grade you? Well, you learn, you show me your learning. At each evaluation period, you're going to tell me what you think your grade is worth, and there'll be some negotiation between myself and yourself about what you will have for a grade, for the partial grade and for the final grade. You just need to create evidence. It talks about this here. I implement a flipped classroom. We'll talk about that more in detail in the class. And I suggest you actually sign this document to show that you've seen it. So you could post out on Twitter, create your Twitter account if you don't have one, and then say, I agree to the TC101 page 1, and use the hashtag TC101, and then I'll be able to see all of these communication on Twitter. What else? There's a big background on what I'm doing here for mastery-based learning, for flipped learning, for abolishing assessment or abolishing grading. Joe Bauer just passed away earlier this year. Great teacher, great leader for a lot of us teachers. This is his last blog post. So there's a lot of theory behind this. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. I've been teaching for 20 years, and I really know this course content. So have fun, and I'll see you in class.